Never had it on. Watch this. The power of turning stuff on. Okay, so in the back, you really can't see this, so I'm just going to walk you through it. This is important because you need to find out where you are in the tree. So, our Mahan Family is what it's reading. It could be contributed all the way back as far as 1818. And the people in the front can read this. This is a benefit to you guys in the back. So, Mark Mahan is first generation. So, when I say that I'm sixth generation, I'm saying it because Mark Mahan is first generation. He was born a slave, and a lot of people know the story. He had 3 sons. He had Ed, Claiborne, and Ike. Right? So they're second generation. Ed Mahan is up in this poster right there. You see him with Fanny right there. So he's Ed Mahan, second generation. So he's he's here, buried in Hillsdale Cemetery, here in St. Louis, right here. So Ed and Fanny, and they came here, and when they settled and brought their kids finally out of the South, 2 kids are already gone, and the other ones are I'm going to talk about some of them here. And Ed died at 33, long time ago. And Fanny Han, some of us in here knew her. Matter of fact, Jackie in the back definitely knew her, and Williams. I'm going to have to project my voice. Okay, can y'all hear me? Yeah. Okay, so here's a statement that I think is important from Carter G. Woodson. We need to know our folks, and we need to know the history of our folks. And so, okay? So, the question is, what generation are you from? Ed was second generation. They have 13 kids. They're third generation. Okay? Started with like Cleveland, Ed Jr. Ed Jr., if you're from the Ed Jr. branch, do you even know that you're from the Ed Jr. branch? Okay. Frank Mahan, if you're from the Frank Mahan branch, you even know. Y'all look around, see that? Cleveland, if you know you're from Cleveland, raise your hand. Okay. Willie, if you know you're from Willie, raise your hand. Right. We know Morgan, you know you're from Morgan branch, raise your hand. This is, you guys get an idea. Edna, raise your hand. No Edna. No, they're here. We talking, we listen to none of the Edna Mayhans. So they're third generation. Okay? So based on what I just told you, next year you should be saying, okay, so who's the child of those people that I just mentioned? Right? To get an idea. Okay. They moved north. And I don't know how they did it because roads were really rough back then. But they made it. The biggest thing going back in that time was the railroad industry. So most likely they caught a train, found the road, back in the train, and guys go. And they got up here, they moved over here in St. Louis. And you read it right here, Ed worked for the railroad, right? That was the work. You got out of the Jim Crow South because we transitioned from agricultural slavery to the Industrial Revolution, post-World War I. That was number one, Industrial Revolution. Finally had a way to get out of the South and come working here. Can y'all read that in the back? All the way in the back.
Will you share this PowerPoint? Will you send it out, or do we need to send everything?
Okay. Y'all got phones?
Yeah.
Okay. CourtMahan@gmail.com. Email me, and yeah, I'll share it out. It'd be easier if y'all just reach me. We do, y'all know I send y'all out like an email a lot, but I don't got all of y'all, so I need to make sure y'all reach to me. It's really easy to do it that way. And if you don't do email, yes. And if you are more comfortable texting the number, my number is 360-918-2953. And I'll give you that. You can ask me after this. Okay? So we now know that Ed came to work for the railroad, brought his family up here, and they settled in the St. Louis area, and they passed away in the Hillside area. So this picture is really cool. Who's never seen this picture? Okay, y'all gonna get this whole slideshow, but I'm just gonna point out some things. The heavy hitters were in this picture at the time. And laser pointers don't work on TV, so I'm happy to kind of visit the point. Tammy, where you at? So this is Tammy's mother, right here, right? That's Judy. Pam and I, we visited Judy at her antique store the other day while we were here visiting. Gotta get out of y'all way. Y'all know who that is, right? Fanny. That's Fanny. That's the family patriarch, right? This is Arnita Fanny's daughter. This was her wedding in 1955. Remember, it is 55. First of all, St. Louis is hot. Surprise, right? It's roasting here. They didn't have air conditioning. Look how sharp they were dressed. No air. Huh? Boy, you know they was tough. This little girl is Michael Ann Logan. Now, Mike she was supposed to be here. And she had an accident, and she couldn't make it. And she would have been the life of this father. Right? Yeah. She's funny. She's coming. Oh, okay. Maybe they could. I don't have one. Frank Mahan. Frank Mahan family, raise your hand. Okay, so real quick, I know we're not talking about him, but Frank left first out of Mississippi. He's my great-grandfather of 6th generation. And Maud, or Ernestine, see, Maurice got his own ministry. And they have problems like this all the time. He knew exactly what to do. I gotta smile. Maud, I'm about to talk about her, Wesley Shumpert, and Cleveland is right there. Yeah, Cleveland's right there. So you guys are gonna get this picture. Okay, the first person I want to talk about is Wesley Shumpert Logan. Wesley and Maud, who's the oldest daughter of Ed and Fanny, they got married down in Macon, Mississippi around 1911. Might not say it, but yeah, it says that. They were married 65 years. Now, what made Wesley Shumpert's contribution so powerful is he did East St. Louis, and they moved up there. If you know anything about East St. Louis natives, raise your hand. Okay. East St. Louis, believe it or not, in 1950, they were the 4th largest city in Missouri, 82,000, and it was a hub for railroad. Like, that's what people came up here to do the work. That's why Ed came up here. And he came out of Mississippi, and he got busy. Like, he had the first laundromat in East St. Louis. He bought 27 plots of land, and Michael, Ann, and Stephanie still have to deal with that land, right, Monkey? And grocery store, gas station, like he helped, Michael Land will tell you, he helped the community. So he was a fixture in East St. Louis. So they were doing it. They were down on Market Street. As a matter of fact, Jackie was born in his house on Market Street.
Oh, yeah.
And so he was married to Maud, who was the second oldest of Ed and Fanny. And Maud obviously was what generation? Third. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep doing that, so it'll kind of stick. Okay, moving on. Speaking of Maud, Maud was, I think I talked to Marsha about this. So Gladys Mahan, she told me, she said, Court, did you know Maud? She said, Maud was the boss. Did I do her voice right? Ohio. Did you know Maud? Maud was the boss. Okay. So, but she was. I mean, look at her. She was a missionary, a trustee. She was an Eastern Star. And here's the cool part. Like, St. Louis natives. Y'all know about Annie Turnbull Malone Day? Annie Malone Day? So, Annie Malone, if you didn't know this, it was a time when she was considered the richest person in Missouri. So everybody talks about first black millionaire, and they say Madam C.J. Walker, well, you know, them two started together. So when you guys Wikipedia research Annie Malone and C.J. Walker, do the math. So Annie Malone started the Poor Roll hair care business here. Y'all know about Poor Roll, right? And I'll say Louis, you know. And her first beauty shop was on Market Street, like 228 Market Street. Down the street, and Maud had one. Down the street. After she was a protege of Annie Malone. And so she was a big deal in East St. Louis. This is y'all cousin I'm talking about. This y'all DNA we got here, right? Third generation Mahan. And so she was, East St. Louis, you know, was really bustling, you know, at that time. So that's Maud. And she established the Maud Knight School of Beauty. All right? Yeah, I'll move on. So the pictures you're looking at now, the picture on the far, my left, is Wesley Logan, Maud's son, and she's probably holding maybe Michael Land. I'm pretty sure. Could be Jack, no. But it's in front of her Maud Knight shop on 1728 Market Street. William, can you see that? You see that? Yeah. And then you see the picture with Maud, Arnita, and her husband, Wesley Shumpert Logan. And they moved to LA, so they did great, wonderful things, and then they eventually moved out to LA. They followed Wesley, their son, out to LA. So that picture you see down there is clearly a 60s picture, right? And then finally, I know y'all recognize this one right here, right? That's Maud and Cleveland, her brother, right? Somebody, they weren't quite ready for that picture, clearly. So there's Maud. She was, like I said, Maud was the boss, right? Now, they did great, and they also made sure the kids did great. So, quick show of hands, because y'all know y'all looking at it. That's Top.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they all knew Top. Yeah, see that laugh by Rob? He knew he was East St. Louis high school, and he went over to, is Sayana here? Is she here? Is that right, Sayana? Okay, she was here last night. He went to Tennessee State.
Oh, Sienna.
Sienna. Good. Is she coming back?
She'll be here tonight.
Okay. So she's a Tennessee State alumni, just like Wesley was, and his sister Arnita. So they go to Tennessee State, they come back,